Good afternoon, Shankara TV viewers, and welcome you all today to this episode, The Power of Positive Thinking. And I shall continue where I left in the previous episode about the power of healing, which primarily depends on the faith you have in yourself. The power of healing, I told you, is obtained also through meditation when your mind delves itself to that quantum state that's called the smallest of the smallest states, probably to the Planck state, and it derives its power, its infinite power from the cosmic forces, the divine forces which are infinite, and there you then are able to use your senses to incite, to kindle that divinity, the force which you have received from the cosmos through meditation, and that force gives you a faith, a deep belief in your own faith, and what you wish, what you expect can be achieved because of those forces. This is what, as I told you, Colonel Olcott, a companion of Blavatsky and founders of Theosophical Society in Chennai, they are quoted by Colin Williams in his book The Occult. When Colonel Olcott, a normal man, not with any divine supernatural powers, but a normal person, came to know of some Buddhists being converted into some other religion, and healing was one of the process, that is healing through healing a person from his sickness. Colonel Olcott thought that I would also practice the healing and I will also cure persons. He writes in his book, he is quoted by Colin Williams in his book The Occult, a very good book. Please, all of you can go through that book. And Colonel Olcott goes to Ceylon and then tries his healing process on a sick patient called Kumaraswamy. And fortunately, Colonel Olcott heals that person from his sickness. He says, Colonel Olcott says, I am an ordinary man, but I developed a faith in myself. I developed a faith in myself that I can heal. I can heal others. Apart from healing my own self, I can heal others. And he says he started practicing healing. When he started practicing healing, his patients got cured. A normal man turning himself into a supernatural being simply by his faith that he has the power to heal others. So, have faith in yourself and stand upon that faith, says Swami Vivekananda. So, have faith. That is a positive thought, that is a positive process for a positive thinking. Have faith in yourself that you can achieve miracles, and you can achieve miracles. Something like what I commented upon earlier, a placebo effect. I took a diabetic pill thinking that it would be a paracetamol, and I had 100% belief that it was a paracetamol, and I got cured of my headache, because paracetamol always cures my normal simple headaches. This happened about 15-20 years back, when I had a full faith in that pill that it is a paracetamol, but it was a diabetic pill looking alike, similar to a paracetamol, but my 100% my brain thought was fully Purnam, 100% that it is a paracetamol. I took it and got cured. What more do you want? So, that faith, that unknowing faith, or whatever it is, blind faith you have, probably it will help you to achieve that supernatural power. Dr. Bhaumik, Dr. Mani Bhaumik, a very famous American scientist of Indian origin from Bengal, writes in his book Code Name God about Norman cousins. One of them were found to be sick, seriously ill. The doctors told him that he has very few days to live or few weeks to live. That Norman cousin checked out of the hospital, went to a hotel, stayed there, started meditating, started smiling, started feeling happy, started feeling that he is cured, and the truth of it is he got cured. What a miracle it is. The truth of it, this is being quoted by Dr. Mani Bhaumik in his book Code Name God. Well, we do not know the circumstance, but one thing is very clear, as Swami Vivekananda puts it, have faith in yourself and stand upon that faith, and that faith can bring you miracle powers, and that is a positive thinking. The positive thinking is the belief in your faith, the belief you have in you, the ability in you, the faith you have in you. The faith you have in you is greater than any other faiths. Why they ask you to have faith is because you are divine. Aham Brahmasmi. So that means it is very clear that having faith in oneself is a perfect positive thought, and that is why the healing process takes place. And every one of us, it appears, have some healing process, have some healing powers. We have, if we have the faith and the deep meditation and the system in us to completely have confidence in us that we can heal our own illness, the illness gets healed. The healing occurs, says Dr. Brian Weiss in his book Many Masters, Many Lives. The healing occurs if you start meditating, if you start regressing, if you start feeling yourself that you will be healed, you will be cured, you will be cured. See, these are all wonderful miracles, miracles that a mind can have, the miracles that your brain power can have, a miracle that God, the universe, the cosmos, forces have bestowed upon you. It is not by a stroke of any accident that I am telling you. It is after very careful investigation that I am telling you. There are powers in us, the hidden powers, and that powers you have to incite, you have to kindle. You have to just incite it so that it magnifies itself beautifully to your own thinking, and you harness those powers just like a laser beam, wherein the photons, the light particles, are harnessed into a stream of light carrying immense power that it can blast a man cover in the moon hole, in the a manhole cover in the moon. It can blast, it can hit at the target, because the focus, the streamlining of those photons, it can travel to the moon and hit the manhole cover. That is what physicists say in their books. The lacing effect the laser beams has. The lacing effect takes place when these photons come together, arrange themselves together into a stream of sharp concentrated light, carrying with it immense power. And that power you have when you can harness your mental power. When you can harness your mental power, your mind power, you can bring all those neurons, the thought process, into one single stream of light which has immense power. We are interconnected to the universe. Therefore, it is very clear, it is how you harness your mental power. And mental power harnessing, it comes through practice, first by dispelling all those negative thoughts which I had told you several times earlier. Then what is left is your positive thoughts, because you are divine, you are blissful, and that remains. Every one of us, I have told you, have experienced bliss. When we win a championship, when we win something, we experience bliss. And at that bliss stage, we do not know that we have another state called sorrowful state. I told you in the last episode, you stay in that state of bliss. You can, you have that power. The power comes through positive thoughts. One has to introspect also. Another technique which I would like to tell is this introspection method. Introspection method is a method wherein you sit calmly in a place and then meditate or think about the past events, how you can correct it. One has to introspect, go inside in him in a calm place. Such introspections reveals you flashes of thoughts whether what you have done is right or what you have done is wrong, how you can restructure yourself, reset, rewire your mind. I told you, when you are in a state of grief, you have to reset your mind like a computer, resetting it to zero, rewire, reprogram your mind, bring into the like what we call as a zero based budgeting. Don't compare that and this and this, and no, completely bring down to the 0 point, reset it to 0 and then start again. So, further introspection is required. You reset it to your 0, which path I would like to follow, you try to meditate and introspect, and that path will be revealed to you. That path which you have to pursue will be revealed to you, not when your mind is muddled with sorrows or grief, but when your mind is calm and clear at the base of a river. For example, when the sands are undisturbed, they lie, the brown sands lie there clear. In that way, your mind has to be clear. When the resetting of your mind, the rewiring of your mind takes place, and then automatic flashes will occur to you, wherein you can go on that path which you find comfortable to you, which you will be successful with. Therefore, resetting his mind, for resetting and rewiring, you have to have introspection. You have to sit, spend some time calmly in a place, introspect the day's proceedings, the week's proceedings, the month's proceedings, what had happened. When you introspect, when you calm yourself, when you close your mind and introspect for at least 15 minutes, you will get possible positive answers, flashes that will propel you, guide you, navigate you to the correct path, the path you prefer, the path by treading on which you get the expected results of yours, your expected results. Therefore, introspection, my dear friends, viewers, is a very important tool, apart from meditation, apart from pranayama, and apart from the others which I told you, dispelling negative beliefs. Introspection is one of the tools that can empower your mind, that can strengthen your mind, a mind exercise, just like you go to a gym and do the exercise to build up your muscles. Your mind muscle has to be built up. Give importance to building and strengthening your mind muscle, and mind develops your body automatically, because that is the source for everything. That is the source for you to connect with the cosmic universal force, the divine force, and don't neglect it. Don't treat it as a waste paper basket, putting everything in your mind left and right. It is not a waste paper basket. You have to guard your thoughts. You have to let in thoughts which are good, which you yourself will realize which are good and which are bad. Therefore, introspection is one of the essential tools which you have to follow for achieving or strengthening your mind. Sit in a calm place and introspect. Well, my dear viewers, so these are all the essence of building up your mind, the essence wherein I have told you how to dispel all your negative thoughts, and then you will find automatically you are attracting positive thoughts. I have quoted from various Vedic texts and Upanishad texts. Why I did quote is, I want to emphasize it emphatically that there is a scientific proof behind this. When I tell Aham Brahmasmi, it is a very simple Vedic equation, like E equals mc squared. But for the layman, E and mc squared are just alpha numericals, numbers. But behind that equation, the entire physical laws of universe exist. The entire physical laws, right from your refrigerators to your washing machines, to your telephones, to your mobiles, to your microwave ovens, everything, air conditioners, everything is built upon those laws, without which nothing can be built upon or nothing will be known much. Similarly, when they say Aham Brahmasmi, do not take it lightly, please. There is a big revelation behind that word. That means you are Brahma, you are powerful, you are infinite. Don't miss on that. Don't miss on that slogan, and that would take you to commanding heights, provided you dispel all those negative beliefs in you, like terrorism, violence, criticism, anger, arguments, hatred, jealousy, throw them all away. Dwell on the path of nobility. Let noble thoughts pour. And when I say Aham Brahmasmi, it's equal to the equation E is equal to mc squared. Where revelations were given, here also our divine Vedic texts give us the revelation. It may appear a single simple sentence, 3 words, but beyond that, there is a universe full of knowledge. Universe for the mankind to develop and know what you are. You are not an ordinary man. You are not the ordinary person you think of. You have everything in you. There is no necessity for you to grieve. There is no necessity for you to feel sorrowful. There is no necessity for you to feel jealous of the other rich man. You should not feel that he is going in a big Mercedes Benz. You should think, I will also be like him buying a Mercedes Benz. That is the difference. That is the conceptual difference in your mind. That is how you have to train your mind and not feel jealous. Oh, that rich man is going in a Mercedes Benz, I am walking. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely negative. You are entering into a negative path in a pit. Think the other way, as I told you. Oh, he is successful in his life. I am happy about him going in this. I will also go in a Mercedes Benz. I will also do the hard work. That should be your motto. That should be the principle on which you have to build your mind. Everywhere positive, positive, positive energies. When you start building everywhere the positive energies, you attract nobility, you attract positive energies, you attract success, you attract your wishes. We have dealt with it in several times. When you pay attention, you attract, as the electrons behave like a wave if not observed, and behaves like a particle when observed. So, the shape of a particle formation comes if you observe, if you pay attention, if you concentrate on it. Otherwise, it is diffused like a wave if you do not pay attention. A very simple laws of physics can be applied in philosophy. Very simple laws which prove whatever we talk. That is why I delved more and dwelled in the area of physics, because it is a perfect science as far as the scientists are concerned, because it conforms to their tools of scientific experiments. When our Vedas says, when our Upanishad says, blindly you can follow, because that gives you what is known as the complete format, and they never talk something which is outside the format when they say Aham Brahmasmi. It is not simple as you think. It is not a simple mantra as you feel. It has the biggest hidden secret, the secret which the universe, the Vedas asks you to explore and discover when they say I am Brahma. Therefore, my dear friends, do not leave these concepts. Do not dwell into those negative areas. Once you start feeding negative emotions, you will attract negativity, because your subconscious mind is structured in such a way. It is characterless. It does not know what is good or what is bad for you. It acts as per your wishes. It wants to fulfill your wishes. So, it will act. If you think something is bad, it thinks that bad is good for you, and that bad will come to you, because it thinks that the bad is good for you. That is subconscious mind. The conscious mind is a gatekeeper. I have told you earlier. So, guard your thoughts. Think positively. When you raise your children also, think positively. Use positive words. Do not use all those negative words, scolding. I have told you, if you go late to the school, your school master will punish you, or you will be dismissed from the school. You should not tell like that. If you go on time, my dear son, you will get first rank. Everybody will appreciate you if you go on time. Your principal will appreciate you. You will get more marks. Tell something like that. You will get dismissed from the job if you are late. Do not tell. If you go to the job on time, you will get promotions. You will be the managing director of the company. I have told you all these things. These are the words which we have to use even in our house, which we have to use with our friends, which we have to use with other neighbors, which we have to use in our speeches, which we have to propagate both spiritually, politically, emotionally, and also in business. Everywhere when you go, you can use positive structures of words, so that when you start using positive structures, I have already told you, you are building a magnetic field, a super magnetic field around you, a super magnetic field of positivity around you. And when that super magnetic field of positivity arises and comes, you would enjoy positivity everywhere, success everywhere. No more grief will touch you in whatever circumstances they may be in. In whatever circumstances grief comes to you, it will not enter your mind. It will just bounce back, ricochet, get out of your mind. It will not get sunk in your mind. And if it gets sunk in your mind, it will be like a cancer cell spreading daily, touching the other, even also polluting the other, infecting the other. Everything will start, infection will start. But once you have already built this field of positivity, they will simply bounce back, they will go away, they will not come. The evil will not come. To put it spiritually in a religious way, the devil will not come to you, God will protect you. So the kingdom of heaven is within you, everything is within you. It is you, I have told you in my several earlier lectures, decide what is it for you by your own positive thinking. And positive thinking is not hearing one lecture, it is the practice. It is neither an art or science, but it is the practice. It is a practice which we have to build, which we have to ruminate daily, which we have to introspect, think what positive words we should use, better words we should use, better communication skills we should possess, to whom we are communicating, to why we are communicating, when we are communicating. All these angles should be slowly coming into your mind. You should train your mind, and over a period of time, say 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, you would have trained your mind to perfection. It would come through the tools of meditation, through the tools of introspection, through the tool of pranayama, maybe also yoga. You can train your mind, and that is what the entire serial which I intended to start with is, training your mind to positive thinking. You just train your mind like this for 1 year and see the results. The results are guaranteed. As I told you earlier in the initial stages itself, even if you are 0.00001% of what Bill Gates is today, after 10 years, still fine for you, is it not? From what you are, it is fine, it is acceptable. That position you can dwell on, you can eject yourself to that plane of existence. There are several planes of existence even in this world. It is up to you to which plane of existence you are. Your mind takes you to those planes of existence which you want. If you want to be in a happiness state, if you have win a first prize in or a admission into a very big university or the first rank in the IAS, at that moment when you hear the results, your happiness, your bliss is totally different from your normal level. I am correct in that. And that bliss, who created? It is you who have created. You have ejected yourself, mind yourself, because you received an information. That information was favorable to you. The information was as likened by you, and then you stay on that information and enjoy that bliss. Who did that? You did it. You did it. You ejected your mind to that plane of existence. And then after some time, when your brain processes something not good for you, you come down to the another level of existence called sorrowful existence and feel sorrowful, which is not required. That is why by proper trading of mind, every information can be twisted and turned and nurtured and corrected and formed as per your wish, so that you are always in the stage of bliss. So that you are always on the stage of bliss. Therefore, my dear friends, my dear viewers, Once you develop this power of positive thinking, which is nothing but a pure science, as in the Vedas, I have already told you earlier several times, when this mano is developed, trained well, you are in that positive thought, you are in that positive world. The world is different, though you may live in this world, your senses may be aware of this world, your mind will be in a different world, in a different level of existence, and that existence is bliss. There can be nothing other than bliss. If you attain that bliss, you have already connected yourself to the cosmic force. So, with this, my dear viewers, I end this episode today, and tomorrow will be my concluding episode for this serial. Until then, wish you all a very, very fine day, fine week, fine year and fine life. Thank you.